the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Rattler now to throw on 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of tackles.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys he catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Burrow. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the air again, Burrow. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Adrian Peterson punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Rattler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. On the give, this is their fullback. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Two yards to go, second down. To the air is Rattler. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rattler working out of the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. And while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown! Brock Bowers, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Rattler. That's out wide here for Robinson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here is 3rd down and 4. Rattler wants to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic
Welcome back.
early
Charles
lead.
and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter as this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half. Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Peterson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give to Peterson running right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down. Peterson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon.
And Peterson finding his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay
showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, here's Rattler.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run with Peterson, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.